Hey guys, welcome back to another video with InfoSec Pat. In this video series, what we're going to be doing is setting up Windows Server 2019. We're going to be going through setting up Active Directory, setting up DNS, RODCs, which is read-only domain controllers, and a whole bunch of different stuff. So if you're ready for the series, let's get into it. This is video 1. Thank you. Alright guys, welcome back. So in this series, what we're going to be doing is setting up Windows Server 2019. And this is video 1. So if you see on my screen here, Windows Server 2019's training videos. And this is video 1. And this is going to be how to install Windows Server 2019, the GUI, the GUI, the graphical user interface, okay? And there's 3 different kind of editions of 2019 server, right? So there's a data center, which is, that's more for data centers, cloud environments, highly virtualized environments, just like it says. Standard is probably what you're going to be seeing in most of your environments. This is a physical box, like if you have your physical server running 2019 standard, or minimally virtual environments, right? Like you have two virtual machines in your hypervisor, which is Hyper-V in Microsoft. And there's Essentials. Essentials is small businesses with up to 25 users and 50 devices, just like it says. All right. So the next slide. This is the minimum requirements to install Server 2019. Your processor is 1.4 gigahertz with a 64-bit processor. The RAM, the minimum is 512 megabytes. The disk space is 32 gigabytes. All right. And just like I said, Windows Server 2019 will be available in Data Center, Standard, Essentials editions, and there's GUI and Core versions. All right. So essentially, this is going to be my setup. My first virtual machine that we're going to be deploying together will be 2019 Data Center. I'm going to install Data Center, and it's going to be a domain controller, and it's going to have 4 virtual CPUs. I want to allocate 8 gigabytes of RAM, 60 gigabyte hard drive, and my computer, my physical host, is Windows 10 Pro with a CPU of AMD. It's the Threadripper, and 1920X, 12 cores with 24 CPUs, 3.5 gigahertz. And in my physical host, I have 128 gigs of RAM, and I have a 2 terabyte SSD. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and minimize this and get started. All right. So this is my desktop. We're going to be using VMware Workstation for this course. So I'm going to be setting up my virtual machines in VMware Workstation. All right. So this is going to be our first virtual machine deployment. So we're going to go ahead and hit File. If you guys are using virtual VMware, I would highly recommend it so you can follow along. I'm running VMware 5.5.1. Up to this video, I think that's the latest version. I haven't been prompted to update it, so I think that's my latest version. And as you see here, I have Windows 10. I have 128 gigs of RAM. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. And I want to go to File, New Virtual Machine. Typical is fine. And I want to install the operating system later. Windows Server 2016, it should be fine, but there is no 2019 version at this time. So I want to do 2016 because that is the latest version prior to that. And I want to name this I just want to make sure before I do that. It's Win 2K19, Win 2K19-DC01. You know what? I'm gonna do this. Sorry about that. What the hell is going on? Let me just do this. Hold on. Win 2K19-DC01. All right, so I want to actually browse here. Okay, so I want to actually copy this browse, and I'm going to go to this PC, and I'm going to go to my PDG data, and I made a YouTube course VMs. I want to put the virtual machines in here, okay? All right, so I'm gonna do this, that, and we should be good. Okay, let's go to next. I want to allocate a 60 gig hard drive, like I said. I want to have it stored into, I'll just do split. That doesn't really matter. I'm going to change some settings here. I'm going to make this 8 gigs. I want to make it 4 CPUs. And I want to enable virtualization. And everything else should be good. I want to take out the printer just to delete some resources. I don't need that. And as far as, I'm not going to use NAT, I'm going to actually use bridged. Okay, so let's go ahead and close this and finished. Okay, it's going to deploy. Let's put it into the folder that we made. And last thing we do is auto detect for CD-ROM. We're going to have to upload the ISO of 2019. So I want to go ahead and use ISO image file, and I want to browse. I have the downloads. This is the download for 2019 evaluation. I'll hit OK, OK, and I want to start the VM, okay? And now this should say boot from any CD, hit enter, and now this is going to go on its merry way of installing the operating system. So we're going to have to do a few things here in order for the operating system to go through its installation. All right, so we'll let that do its thing. So the first thing is first, this is the Windows setup. Wherever you are in the world, I'm obviously in the US and I speak English, so I'm gonna leave it as a default. Hit next, I wanna hit install now. Sorry about that. Turn that on mute. And once this comes up, we'll get some other prompts to install. So we have standard, remember I was saying in the beginning of the video, there's three, there's standard, data center, and essentials. Essentials you have to download separately. So these two are in the same image. So as you see here, you have Windows Server 2019 evaluation, desktop experience. Desktop experience is the one that we're going to be utilizing in this video because the desktop experience is included the GUI, the graphical user interface. All right, let's hit next. And then it's going to say you want to, agree to the license terms. I agree. Next. And I want to do custom install Windows Advanced. And I'm just going to hit next. This is the 60 gig drive that we created during the install of the VMware. Okay, hit next. And this is going to go ahead and install the Windows operating system. At this very moment, I'll wait till it proceeds to at least a couple percent. Then I'll pause the video and resume once it's done so we don't have to watch water boil. All right, so this is going to go through and we'll be resuming shortly. Thank you. All right, guys, so this is where it came up. The installation was complete. So we're going to have to put in a administrator password. So I want to go ahead and put my administrator password in here. Okay. So let's hit finish here, and I'll finalize this the installation. Now we can go ahead and hit Control Delete. There's Control Delete right up here, right this little guy, and then we're gonna go ahead and put our fancy password. All right. Once everything's in, I'm gonna do some tweaks. That's fine. I'm going to make some changes to the operating system just so we should be good. All right. So let's go ahead and X out of here. First thing we can do is go on a local server. Probably want to get into the next video. We can change the computer name. I don't want to make these videos too long. But so the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and, for example, enhance. No, you know what? I'll leave that configuration for the next video. This is a basic install. I'll change the date and time because I'm on Eastern time. Eastern and Eastern. So that should be fine here. And the next thing I'm going to do really quick is, let's see what IP address I pulled. Because I did put bridge, so let's see if it shows that we're on the internet, but let's go. Chop chop. All right, let's do this. You probably can't see it because, oh yeah, you can right now because my big head's not in the way. But if we go here, if we open up the network and sharing center, or open network and internet settings, we just go to change adapter options. We can see our NIC here. I like to view it in detail. I'm just weird. So here is going to be our NIC. We go ahead and go to properties. Actually, let's go to status, details. Okay, perfect. So we're on my local network. So it is bridge. This is my gateway to my router. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And we're gonna have to add we're gonna make a scope, and I'm gonna have to look at my router, and it's gonna be along the next video, and what we're gonna be using for our IP scope. All right, but I'll be writing that up in the next video. So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go to let me make this smaller, and I want to right click here. And we're going to install the VMware tools. So you see here now, everything looks very small. If we make it big, it doesn't expand. So what we're going to do is install the VMware tools. I guess it didn't really populate, so maybe we're going to have to go to my computer. Actually, let's make this big so we don't. So we can go to this computer, and it should mount the ISO here. There we go. So let's double click on here. And it should go ahead and install, and then we'll reboot, and then we'll wrap up the video for number 1. All right. And in the next video, we'll set up domain controllers, we'll add DNS, and then we'll add a secondary domain controller. Then we'll add some RODCs, and we'll, I have a few little things that, we'll go through some stuff to get you up and running and understanding some Windows Server 2019 topics. Let's give this a moment, and once this is done, it'll probably ask to reboot, and once it reboots, you can see that everything will be bigger. All right, we'll just do typical. That should be fine. Install. This will take a few minutes. As you can see here, it is April 13th, and it's almost 10:20 at night. So I enjoy doing my videos at night. And we'll give this a second. You see how it's flashing? Bada bing, everything came big. Now you can see my big head over there. Now you can't see anything. So finish, and then we'll reboot. And once it reboots, I'll make this smaller. Once it reboots, we should be able to log in, and everything obviously is going to be bigger. And that should be up. So we'll give that a second. Let it reboot. Reboot, reboot, reboot. And I really enjoy if you like these videos, please share them, subscribe, comment below if you have any questions or inquiries of any kind of videos that you would like to see. The next couple videos, the next couple weeks, I'm going to be working on this course strictly, like writing some stuff, putting PowerPoints together, try to make it as fun and easy as possible. It should be fun. So we do Control-Delete, and then we log in with our fancy password, and we should be good. There we go. Now we have our first Windows Server 2019 up. The next video will, what we'll do really quick? I'll change the computer name so I don't forget. And then the next video, we'll do a little more configuration. So the way we change our name, we do a local server. We click on computer name here, go to change, and we're going to make this WIN 2K19-DC01, because this is going to be our first domain controller in our environment. Okay, and once this is done, okay, reboot, and that should be it. So let's go back to the PowerPoint. And that's pretty much it. So we're gonna stop here for now. And once everything is up and running, the next video, we're gonna add a domain controller. We'll add DNS, we'll add some cool stuff, and I'll add on to this PowerPoint so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna save this whole PowerPoint, and maybe I'll upload it somewhere if you want it. I can definitely share it, and we'll go from there. So again, if you like the video, please like, subscribe, share, and hit me up on my social media if you have any questions. And until next time, have a good night and have a good day wherever you are, and enjoy the video. Thank you.